Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all doing really well. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emma and I just wanted to make this really quick video about why I chose to study languages at Bath. So my language journey started when I was just 7 years old and it was compulsory to take French as a primary school subject, and I quickly loved everything about French, to the point where I even took up ballet lessons, and if my family were cooking something from like French cuisine for tea, or dinner, depending on what you guys say, I was always really excited to learn more and more about French, like the language, the culture, everything. When I got to secondary school though, I quickly found that I really liked German as well, just how different it was to French, and I could never choose between my favourites. So when it got to like GCSE, A-level, eventually university, I was really lucky that it was quite an easy decision that I wanted to study both French and German together. But I remember that A-level results day came around and I had the grades to get in. I just didn't feel ready for it. I just didn't feel quite excited. So I made a pretty last minute decision, which is not something I would normally do. And I moved to the French Alps, where I lived and worked as a chalet host and French interpreter. And I think the constant exposure and just the immersion on learning new words and hearing the accent on a daily basis really helped my French to improve. And it got to the point at the end of that year where I just enjoyed living in France so much, and my language skills had benefited so much that I then wasn't even sure I wanted to go to a UK university at all, and just wanted to carry on my language journey abroad. But then I did eventually choose to go back and take up my offer to study at Bath. I'm really glad that I did. I just remember there's a couple of reasons why. So I think one of them was that Bath was one of the very few universities at the time to teach in the target language. So our lecturers are all native speakers, and it means that if we have like a French history lecture, for example, they will teach in French, which can be quite difficult at first and almost like quite daunting because you don't want to miss out on the content. But at the same time, like your listening and reading and writing skills will improve so much that actually in the long run it's really beneficial. Another one as well was Bath takes quite a contemporary approach to its teaching. So two of the universities that I applied to were Cambridge and York. Cambridge took quite a classical approach in the sense that it focused very much on literature. York went completely the other way and focused more on linguistics, which is the scientific study of a language. And Bath, for me, was like the best fit because it focused more on like contemporary politics. It meant that I was able to make sense more of like everything that's going on in the world right now. And then finally the year abroad as well. So I think because I'd just come back from living in the French Alps, I kind of knew how important living abroad could be to your language skills. And what I really liked about Bath was the flexibility they had. So you can work abroad, you can study abroad, and they had quite a few different countries you could choose from. And it means that your year abroad can be really diverse and interesting. So yeah, if you guys would like to know anything else, by all means, I'd love to hear from you.